Hi, this is Catrina. Sorry I miss you. Leave a message, and I'll get back to you.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom again. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing.
Hey besties. Before we jump into today's video, I noticed that a lot of you who enjoy my content aren't actually subscribed yet. If you find value in what I share, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and ensures you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for your support. And for all who have subscribed, thank you. God bless you.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom. I've been trying to reach you, but I guess you're busy again. I know work is important to you, but it feels like I'm losing my daughter to that laptop of yours. I just want to know you're okay. Can you please call me back when you have a moment? It doesn't have to be long. I just miss hearing your voice, Catrina. We all do. Christmas isn't the same without you. Anyway, I'll stop bothering you. Just don't forget to take care of yourself, okay? Call me when you can. Love you.
Hey, Rachel. What's up?
I should be asking you that. You've been a ghost at work lately. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just busy, you know. The usual.
Catrina, I mean it. You didn't even grab lunch with us yesterday. We're starting to worry about you.
I don't have time for lunch, Rachel. I've got deadlines breathing down my neck. Speaking of which, is this about work? Because if not, I really need to get back to it.
No, it's not about work. I'm calling because I'm worried about you. When was the last time you took a break? Or, I don't know, got out of that apartment?
Rachel, I appreciate it, but I don't need a break. What I need is to get this project done before everything crashes and burns. I'll rest after that.
You've been saying that for months. It's like you're running on fumes, and I'm scared you're going to burn out completely.
I'm not going to burn out. I can handle this, okay? I don't need you to babysit me.
I'm not trying to babysit you. I care about you, Catrina. And I know how much you care about your work, but maybe it's time to care about yourself for a change. Just think about it, okay?
Fine. I'll think about it. Can I go now?
Yeah, okay. But promise me you'll at least eat something tonight.
Yeah, sure. Bye, Rachel. Hi, this is Catrina. Sorry I missed you. Leave a message, and I'll get back to you.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom again. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I hope work isn't keeping you too busy. I know you said you couldn't come for Christmas, but... well, just call me when you can, okay? I love you.
Tea, as requested. One for you, one for me. Perfect for a cozy winter evening. Okay, what's wrong? You've been staring at your phone like it owes you an apology.
It's your sister. I haven't heard from her in weeks, Lily. Every time I call, it goes to voicemail. I'm starting to wonder if she's avoiding me.
Catrina. Avoiding you? She's probably just busy, Mom. You know how she is, workaholic extraordinaire. She probably hasn't even looked at her phone.
It's more than that. Even when she's busy, she usually calls back eventually. This time, I don't know. I feel like something's wrong.
Come on, Mom. Catrina's always been like this. She gets so wrapped up in work that she forgets the rest of the world exists. I'm sure she's fine.
But that's exactly what worries me, Lily. She works herself to the bone. Do you know how many times I've begged her to slow down? To take care of herself? She doesn't listen. And now, with Christmas coming, she's all alone in that apartment. No family, no friends. Just her laptop and deadlines. It's not healthy.
Yeah, but that's Catrina. She's tough, Mom. She'll figure it out. She always does.
But at what cost? I raised her to be strong, but sometimes I wonder if I made her too independent. She thinks she has to do everything on her own, and she won't let anyone help her. Not even me.
Have you tried texting her? Maybe she'll respond to that instead of a call.
I've sent a few messages. No response. I even asked Rachel if she's heard from her, but all she said was that Catrina's been working late hours again.
Rachel's her coworker, right? Well, if Rachel's not worried, maybe we shouldn't be either.
No, Lily. A mother knows when something isn't right. I can feel it. She's slipping away from us. From herself.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want me to try calling her? Maybe she'll pick up if it's me.
No, I don't want to overwhelm her. I'll try again tomorrow. But if I don't hear from her soon, I might just drive down there myself. I can't sit here and do nothing.
Now that's the mom I know. Stubborn as ever.
Where do you think Catrina gets it from?
No, I told you, the report needs to be finalized by end of day. No excuses. I'll handle it myself if I have to. Here. Make sure this gets signed before lunch. I'll check on it later.
Catrina. Wait a second.
I can't, Sarah. I've got too much to do.
Catrina. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just need a minute. It's hot in here. Is the AC on?
Sorry, but it is winter and it's not hot but cold, Catrina. Are you such you are okay? Someone call 911. Now.
Already on it.
I just need to finish.
Stop, Catrina. You're going to kill yourself like this.
I hate how no one tells you the truth about hard work. They say if you hustle, if you give it everything, you'll succeed. They forget to mention how success doesn't come with guarantees. It doesn't matter how much you sacrifice, how many sleepless nights you endure. Sometimes, it's just not enough. And when you fail, everyone looks at you like it's your fault. I've spent my whole life running from failure. Every time I think I can slow down, that voice in my head tells me to keep going. Because if I stop, even for a moment, I'll lose everything. They don't understand. None of them do. It's not about wanting to work. It's about needing to. Because if I don't, who will?
Good. You're awake. How are you feeling?
Where am I? What happened?
You collapsed at work. Your co-workers called an ambulance. You have been here for a few hours now.
I can't stay here. I have things to do, deadlines to meet.
Easy there. You're dehydrated, severely exhausted, and dangerously close to burning out. You need to rest.
I don't have time to rest. Do you know how much work I have waiting for me?
And what good will you be to your work? Or yourself? If you keep running yourself into the ground? Look, I get it. You're ambitious, driven. But when was the last time you stopped to take care of yourself?
Self-care doesn't pay the bills.
True. But hospital visits are a lot more expensive, don't you think? Let me ask you something. What's the point of all this work if it leaves you too tired to enjoy life? To see your family, your friends?
I'm just trying to keep up. If I don't, everything I've worked for will fall apart.
Maybe. Or maybe, if you gave yourself a moment to breathe, you'd realize the world won't stop spinning if you take a step back.
I don't know how to stop.
Then let's start small. One step at a time. Rest tonight. We'll talk more tomorrow.
Well, look who it is. Dr. Jackson. You don't usually make it out here this time of day.
Thought I'd take a break from saving lives to get a cup of the best coffee in town. What's the special today, Joe?
Today's special is the peppermint mocha. Perfect for the season. But if I'm guessing right, you're sticking with your usual black coffee, no sugar, no fuss.
You know me too well. Black coffee it is. Peppermint sounds great, but I don't need any distractions in my cup.
Always the practical one. You doctors must be allergic to indulgence.
Not allergic, just cautious.
Put your money away. This one's on me. Consider it a thank you for all the long hours you put in at the hospital.
Thanks, Joe. I'll take it as a holiday bonus. Catrina? Is that you?
Dr. Jackson? What are you doing here?
Filling up. Even doctors need a break sometimes.
Oh, right. Of course. Well, nice to see you.
Why don't you grab something? My treat. You look like you could use it.
I'm fine, really. I was just...
Consider it repayment for not yelling at me when I kept you in the hospital longer than you wanted.
Okay, fine. Just a small latte.
Joe, please a cup of latte. So, how's life back in the real world? Taking it easy, I hope.
Sure. As easy as it gets when you're running a business.
And by easy, you mean working from your couch instead of your desk, right?
I'm trying, okay. But the work doesn't stop just because I had a setback.
It wasn't just a setback, Catrina. Your body was waving a big red flag, and you barely noticed.
I noticed. I just didn't think it was that bad.
That's what most people think, until it is that bad. Trust me, I've seen it more times than I can count. You know, I used to think working myself to the bone was the only way to prove I was good enough. But all it did was make me miserable.
What changed?
I realized I was chasing a finish line that didn't exist. I kept telling myself, just a little more, but it was never enough. Eventually, I had to ask myself, what's the point of success if you're too burnt out to enjoy it? You can even start small. Say no to one thing this week. Take an hour for yourself, not your work. And don't be afraid to ask for help. You'd be surprised how much easier things get when you stop trying to do it all alone.
I should go. I have a lot to do today.
Of course. But just remember, you don't have to do it all today.
Thanks for the coffee. And the advice.
Anytime. Take care, Catrina.
Catherine, you're still here?
Deadlines don't meet themselves, Sarah.
You've been here since morning. Did you even eat lunch today?
Lunch is a luxury I can't afford right now. This client proposal isn't going to write itself.
It's Christmas Eve tomorrow. You should be wrapping presents, not burning yourself out.
Christmas is just another day on the calendar. Work doesn't stop just because there's tinsel on the trees.
Catrina, you're amazing at what you do, but you're going to crash if you don't take a break.
I'll take a break when everything is perfect.
Perfection doesn't exist, Catherine.
I know you mean well, Sarah, but I can't let up now. If I slow down, everything I've worked for could fall apart.
You've already built something incredible. Trust me, one night off isn't going to undo it.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
Alright, workaholic. But if you change your mind, we're all heading to the office party. You could at least come for some cake.
Tempting, but I'll pass.
Don't forget, Catrina, you're more than just your work.
So, how long do I have to stay here? I have a lot of work to catch up on.
You collapsed from exhaustion, Catrina. Your body is waving a red flag, and if you don't slow down, it'll only get worse.
I'm fine. Really. It's just stress. Once I get through this week, I'll take a break.
You said that last week, didn't you? Look, I get it. You've got goals, responsibilities, people counting on you. But what good is all of that if you're not here to enjoy it?
Easy for you to say. You're a doctor. You don't understand what it's like to build something from scratch, to feel like one mistake could make everything fall apart.
More than you think.
What do you mean?
I lost someone close to me. My sister, Emily. She was only 22. I thought if I worked harder, pushed myself more, I could save her. But I wasn't there when she needed me most.
I'm sorry. That sounds awful.
It was. And for a long time, I buried myself in work, thinking I could outrun the guilt. But all it did was make me realize how much I'd lost, not just her but everything else around me. You remind me of her in a way. Stubborn, driven, always pushing yourself to the limit. But sometimes, you have to let go of the fear of failing and trust that things will be okay, even if you're not perfect. Get some rest, Catrina. And maybe think about what's really driving you.
Catrina.
Mom. What? What are you doing here?
Sarah called me. She told me what happened.
I'm fine. It's not a big deal. I just overdid it.
Not a big deal? Catrina, you collapsed again. How many times does this have to happen before you realize it's serious? I'm worried about you, sweetheart. You've been pushing yourself so hard, and for what? To prove something? To who?
I didn't mean to shut you out. I've been so busy.
Too busy to take care of yourself? Too busy to pick up the phone? Honey, you're running yourself into the ground, and it breaks my heart to see you like this.
I'm scared, Mom. If I stop, if I slow down, what if everything falls apart? What if I fail?
Catrina, I know you feel like you have to carry the world on your shoulders, but that's not how life is meant to be. Burnout isn't just about being tired, it's when you're so drained that even the things you used to love lose their meaning. It's like your heart, mind, and spirit are running on empty. You've been doing too much for too long. Your body is trying to tell you something, sweetheart. Burnout doesn't just happen because of work, it's a sign that you've been trying to do everything on your own. That's not how God designed us to live. I've been there myself. Feeling like if I don't get everything done, I've failed. But you know what I learned? God never asked us to prove our worth by how much we accomplish. Your worth isn't tied to your work or your success.
But what if I let people down, Mom? What if I fail?
Then you lean on God and the people who love you. That's why we have each other. Even Moses, one of God's greatest leaders, needed help. When he tried to do everything himself, his father-in-law told him he'd wear himself out, and he was right. Moses had to learn to let others share the load. Why should you be any different?
But I feel like if I stop, I will lose everything. I feel like I will become poor, Mom. I need to work hard.
That's the lie of self-reliance, Catrina. You're trying to carry burdens that God never meant for you to bear alone. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." You don't have to do this on your own. God didn't create us to run ourselves into the ground. Even Jesus took time to rest, and he invited his disciples to do the same. God cares more about your heart and your well-being than he does about your to-do list. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's honoring the gift of life he's given you. If you don't slow down, if you don't let others help, you're going to keep burning out. And that doesn't serve anyone, not you, not your work, and certainly not God. Sweetheart, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. God already loves you as you are. Your identity isn't found in what you do, it's found in who you are as his child. Take time to rest, to heal. Ask him what he really wants for you. Because his plans for you include joy, balance, and peace, not exhaustion and despair. You are not alone in this, Catrina. Let us help you. Let him help you.
Oh, and don't skip your meals. That's doctor's orders.
You actually came. I thought you'd cancel last minute like last year.
Not this time. I wanted to be here.
Good to see you, kiddo. It's been too long.
Yeah, it has. I'm sorry, Dad. For not being around.
You're here now. That's what matters.
So, how are you feeling, sweetheart? Really?
Better. Still figuring things out, but I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm learning to let go of some things, to trust God more.
That's all he asks of us, Catrina. One step at a time.
Don't think you're getting away without opening something.
I forgot how happy we all looked back then.
We can be that happy again. You just have to let us be part of your life.
I'm going to try. I promise. Maybe it's not about having everything figured out. Maybe it's about being present, trusting God, trusting the people who love me, and letting myself enjoy moments like this.